If you've been following my blog, you know that when Kathy and I go on vacation, we like to do cruising or camping. Now, I personally prefer cruising. It's elegant, it's predictable, it's luxurious. Camping drives me crazy because there are so many variables. There's the problem with weather, bugs, is the firewood dry? What does the campsite look like? Is there going to be any problems with the camper? How far is it to walk to the bathroom? Camping has way too many variables for me. Well, this year, when we went camping, just as we were about to leave the house this week, the tail lights on the trailer didn't work. Well, that really upset me. I mean, I just reacted like any normal guy would, particularly because a few days earlier, my son and I had spent several hours fixing the taillights so we wouldn't have this problem. So I was very upset. So it took us several hours. We had to go and buy parts and fix it. And finally, we were on the road for a 3-hour drive to the park. And I was feeling a little guilty. So I turned to Kathy and I said, I think I may have overreacted. She nodded enthusiastically. There was a pause. I think your baggage was triggered. A pause. You have control issues. We need to deal with that. And those of you who know Kathy know that she is a prayer ministry counselor. So I knew I was trapped for 3 hours with a prayer ministry counselor who's going after my control issues. So she said, ask God, where did this come from? Now I'm trying to drive, and I don't recommend you do prayer ministry counseling when you're driving. I'm trying to watch the traffic. She's having me go through the memories of my past and the baggage and all the lies that I believed and what God was saying to me. So it was actually quite challenging to be in the supernatural and the natural at the same time. But where could I go? I was her captive. But during this time, I did realize that when I was a child, I had made inner vows that to be safe, I needed to be in control. And if I wasn't in control, I didn't feel safe. And that's affecting me as an adult today, because if I'm not in control, I get very upset because I don't feel safe. So we prayed through it, and I had a significant breakthrough. So here's my point for you, is that when you find yourself overreacting to a situation, don't just write it off and say, well, that's how everyone else would respond. Realize it's God's way of getting your attention. He's pointing out that you have unresolved issues in your baggage which are jumping out at you and biting you. So talk to someone about it. Do something about it so you can unload it and have a personal breakthrough like I had. And remember, unloading your baggage is a lifelong prospect. I'm still doing it. So to live a transformed life, you need to recognize when you're overreacting and then go and do something about it to unload your baggage. Now I want to hear from you. How has God revealed your baggage and what did you do about it? Just leave your comments in the box below. And if this is your first visit here, you need to get my free self-assessment guide. And to do that, just subscribe to my weekly email newsletter by filling out the subscription form, which you know is always right there. Not in the camper. On the other side of the camper, on the web page, there's a subscription form. Go there. And I'll talk to you next week, but this week, watch for when you overreact. God's speaking to you.